Hello, Taurus. How are you guys? This is your love forecast for the 1st of August, or the first half of August, from the 1st all the way through the 15th. General advice, as always, guys, so please keep that in mind throughout the reading and take from it, as always, what makes sense for you personally. So I'll be using these two decks here to get things started. The Golden Dahlia by Maria of La Belle, number 13, and then I'll pull from On the Horizon Oracle by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. All right, so Taurus, let's get into your reading here, guys, and see what it is that you need to know. And hopefully you guys are doing well as we enter into a brand new month. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Taurus. What's the opening message, please? We are starting things off with resilience, which I actually love that. And look at the card right next to it. Reconciliation. Now, if you are in separation from somebody that either you haven't seen in a while, maybe there is no contact, no communication, I'm just ultimately feeling here that this might be one of those love connections that it's not over, you know, that it can maybe have the opportunity for a second chance, that there's somebody here, maybe from your past, who's not quite ready to give up. Let's see what's going on. Maybe you've been through a lot with this person, Taurus. Let's grab one more. What else do we need to know for Taurus, please? First half of August. You're coming through as a very strong person for me, Taurus. You've been through a lot, but you haven't given up either on this person or hopefully yourself. We do have mute here. So there's somebody clearly who wants to get back together with you, but maybe you guys either are not talking right now or not interacting much at this point in time. Bottom of the deck, we do have setting free, which is such an interesting energy. There's somebody who wants a reconciliation, but maybe you let this person go. We'll have to clarify that because I'm not quite sure. Those are opposing energies that's presenting itself. It could also be two people who are on very different pages. One who wants to stay together, the other one who wants to maybe go in a different direction. So I'll be pulling from my Valentine Connection Tarot here for Taurus. Angels and spirit guides, please, what do we need to know for this connection for Taurus? We do have the Four of Pentacles coming through here. It does say wealth fixation. Now, for some of you guys, maybe right now you're focused very heavily on your finances, your money matters. It's also one of those things maybe where it's just been very difficult for you. Financially, you could be living paycheck to paycheck, or you're just kind of looking at that situation from a place of lack. And so every little bit that you do make, or even every little bit that you're able to connect with this person, you're just holding on really tightly to it. I don't know. Take that if it makes sense there. We've got the Temperance. We do have the Magician coming through here. We've got Sagittarius. We do have the Magician representing Gemini and Virgo specifically. You could, of course, have these signs in your chart. Pentacles representing your own earth energy. So there's this need for you, Taurus, to be able to restore balance and tranquility in your life. And maybe part of this advice is for you to let certain things go, set yourself free from what might be hindering progress in your life. Because you've got the Magician right next to that. So whatever it is that you're being prompted to do, maybe it's going to take time to be able to actually bring it to fruition. Or you're being guided to have patience to be able to manifest something. Whether it's love, whether it's money, whether it's a job, whatever it is, you can manifest, but it's going to take time. So if you relate to this, if some of you guys want a reconciliation with somebody that you are in separation from in time, you can get back together. Some of you guys are not speaking. If you guys didn't actually part ways, maybe there's a circumstance here that separated the two of you. Interestingly enough, we do have the Four of Cups, and that's also followed by the Fool's energy. So it does seem here that you're being directed to bring about this new beginning in your life. But it's also a window of opportunity that you don't want to miss out on, because that Four of Cups can be a missed opportunity. So it's almost like the universe is presenting something to you by way of a fresh start, a new beginning. But if you're not paying attention, if you're looking the other way, or if you're focused on things that you should set free, then you might miss the opportunity towards better opportunities, better relationships perhaps. Especially if this person who wants to get back together with you, if part of the reason why these cards are presenting itself in this way is that you're being directed to either let somebody go, set them free. We'll have to dig a little bit deeper with that one. So you don't want to miss out on opportunities that truly are meant for you, Taurus. Through this new beginning, you're being offered in your partnerships, in your connections. This can apply to friendships. This can apply to other connections. It doesn't just have to be your romantic partnerships. There has to be equality there with the people that you interact with. Okay? They have to be able to give to you as much as they receive from you. In a romantic connection, Taurus, that applies even more. You know, if you're the one that's constantly doing and giving, and if they're not doing enough, or if they're not even reciprocating as much or what you certainly deserve, then for some of you guys, it's time to let that person go and set them free. Okay, so let's do a little bit more uncovering here to see what is going on here. All right, but that's the opening message. Hopefully that makes sense for some of you guys. So let's pull from On the Horizon Oracle. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Taurus. What else do we need to know? What else needs to come forward? Follow your own path, okay? In other words, do your own thing. Don't get lost in the shuffle. Don't lose your identity in a connection. Don't get lost doing so much for someone else that you forget to do for yourself. There's clearly distance here between you and someone. We see hidden secrets. So this person might be manipulative, they could be deceptive. They're wearing this mask, they're hiding things from you. Look at that, I am my light. You need to recognize that you are your own light, Taurus. Because if this person is actually keeping things from you, they're hiding things from you, then they're keeping you in the dark. You don't have to be in the dark. You represent that light within yourself. That's why you're being directed to follow your own path. You know? So let's go ahead and grab some tarot here. I'll be pulling from my Celestial Cosmos Tarot. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Taurus. What else do we need to know here? Yeah, you don't want to give your power away to somebody. Ace of Pentacles. So let's just say you've been struggling financially. We saw that with the Four of Pentacles, where you might be focused on your money matters right now. Just know that that at least will improve. It'll get better. You know, and this right here is also a new beginning when it comes to your love life, your partnerships. As long as you, as we can see, follow your own path, you can manifest, and we've seen that already with the Magician, which is another card of manifestation here, Taurus. So you don't want to sell yourself short, giving too much of yourself, or even giving too much of your money to somebody that doesn't deserve that. Look at this. We've got the Temperance card. we have the Seven of Cups, we have the King of Pentacles, and then we have the Eight of Cups, okay? So, as we've already seen, the Temperance card coming through twice in your reading. There's peace and tranquility that needs to be restored in your life. But if you're dealing with somebody who's not in the up and up, they're deceptive, they're manipulative, they're hiding things from you, then you need to be able to restore this balance within your own life by making different choices. Part of that choice is to recognize that light that exudes within you, because there could be somebody here that fails to recognize that through the poor choices that they themselves are making, and so you're being directed to walk away from one situation, especially if you happen to be Divine Feminine, to maybe attract somebody like the King of Pentacles. This is someone who in their own right, they're very successful, maybe very career-oriented. They're able to certainly provide for themselves. This is somebody who is successful, possibly wealthy. They've got their act together. In a partnership, this is somebody who is faithful. This is somebody that is really looking for a forever kind of love. That is how I see the King of Pentacles. You know, the King of Pentacles is Virgo specifically. And so I kind of feel here, Divine Feminine, through different choices perhaps that you make in your life, you can connect with somebody that is so deserving of you in this way that the King of Pentacles can offer you everything that somebody else in your life might have really fallen short. You know, so in order to discover this light within yourself, you need to walk away from somebody who's in the dark, who could have their own inner demons going on. They could be going through that dark night of the soul. You know, they're keeping things from you. They could be very manipulative. So don't be afraid, you know, go for it and tap into your inner strength with that Strength card right there. You could even have Leo in your chart. You could be dealing with a Leo, you know, but there is this need for you to recognize the strength within yourself. Be courageous and find that light that exudes within you, because the right person, as we can see with that Three of Pentacles, is somebody who's not afraid of the hard work and dedication that is needed for a partnership to thrive and to make it. You can't be doing everything all by yourself. There has to be equality there. You know, bottom of the deck, we do have the Hermit, which is directing you to maybe spend time on your own, to soul search, to really think things through before you take any sort of action to either accept this person back into your life, to reconcile with them. You know, you got to make sure that they even deserve to be in your life. Otherwise, perhaps part of the advice is to let them go, to set them free. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense for those who are tuned in. So let's go ahead and add to this. I'll be pulling from the Charm Cards deck by Mystic Moon. Angels and Spirit Guides, please, for Taurus. First half of August. What else do we need to know? Light bulb, yes, I love it. Epiphany. It really is reiterating the message that we have already seen. I am my light. This is clarity. This is an epiphany moment that you're being directed to find, Taurus. That light bulb, the light within yourself. Because there clearly is somebody here who's dimming that light, okay? You have cologne, so this could even represent a divine masculine. So part of this epiphany, perhaps for some of my divine feminines, is to get out of one situation, set yourself free, so that you can connect and find this chemistry with somebody else that won't take advantage of you, somebody that really can be just as invested in the relationship as much as you are. We also have birds on a wire, social media. For some of you, who knows, you might make this connection on social media with a masculine perhaps. Okay. We also have letter expression. So if it's not on social media, you might receive a letter, you might receive something in the mail, or some form of communication, somebody who wants to get things off their chest. This can, of course, also be perhaps a new start in love through texting, emails, letters, however way that's coming forward. And then you have the infinity symbol right here, which is everlasting, you see? So that part of that epiphany is directing you towards maybe a fresh start in love and romance. Taurus, you don't ever have to settle for crumbs with somebody. So take that if it makes sense for you. Let's go ahead and grab some tarot. I'll be pulling from my Tabby Tarot teacher. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Taurus. So yeah, you can absolutely experience that forever kind of love. But look at that. Can't make it up. 3 of Pentacles. Teamwork. Yep. That's the person that you're meant to connect with. Somebody who really is a part of your team. Somebody who is fully invested. Somebody who sees a future with you and is able to collaborate and build this amazing future with you. It doesn't just fall on your shoulders to create this amazing life for the two of you. It's got to be both of you fully invested. So here we go with the choices and opportunities that are directing itself to you to start again. You know, focus on what's ahead of you, Taurus, with the 3 of Wands. You can have an amazing future. It just depends on how you choose to plan it. At this point, you've already been through some trying times. That 10 of Swords, people who disappointed you. This is a relationship that fell apart or is in the process of falling apart. Maybe that's, for some of you guys, part of the reason why you're being directed to set it free. Because it's going to fall apart anyway. The foundation just isn't strong enough to withstand the test of time. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Taurus. What else do we need to know here? You've got the Death card, so some of you guys could be dealing with a Scorpio. So there clearly is the end of a cycle here. Taurus, either something's already ended or it's heading in that direction. But through this ending, it's directing you to change certain aspects of your life to allow you to go through this metamorphosis where through this epiphany, you can actually have this amazing experience with somebody else. And that's just a part of the energy that I'm picking up. It's either that or a relationship came to an end. There are some major, and I mean major, profound changes that need to happen with this person in order for you guys to have that forever kind of love. Because you don't want to get to the point where you're just trying to convince yourself that this can actually work if it really is not meant to work. You don't want to be bound to this person and have this unhealthy attachment where you're obsessed with them. It's almost like this addictive behavior. You could be dealing with a Capricorn here. So this Devil card right here. It's addiction, it's bondage, depression, unhealthy attachments, as I've said, unhealthy temptations. So there's this need to get rid of unhealthy relationships in your life in order to find this forever kind of love. That is what's coming through there for you, Taurus. So hopefully, you know, that makes sense for you. And it certainly is not coming through as a lecture for Tauruses. It's simply advice to be able to direct you onto a different path where you don't have to sell yourself short, where you really can find the happiness that you deserve. Because there's somebody that's coming through in this reading where they're just giving you crumbs. And for some of you guys, maybe you've accepted those crumbs for a very long time. And it's time to switch things up. It's time for a change. Okay? So let's go ahead and grab some additional messages here. So I'll be pulling from the Stay Inspired Oracle cards by Sister Moon Tarot. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Taurus. First half of August. What else do we need to know here for Taurus? What else do we need to know for Taurus, please? Taurus, I'm telling you, look, free yourself. This is your life. Don't live it restricted by your past or the opinions of others. It's time to write a new story. Okay? And in no uncertain terms, let me just find that card because it's part of a crucial interpretation here to this reading, if I could actually find it. Well, first of all, we already have the Eight of Cups indicating you're meant to leave something and someone behind. You gotta walk away from it, you know? Yeah. Follow your own path. Where did I see that card? Am I tripping? I gotta find it. Was it a different reading that I did? Yes, we know that you need to be your own light. Here we go. I knew I wasn't losing it. Okay, there we go. Setting free. You gotta free yourself from a situation, Taurus, that you know it's time. It really is time. You don't want to be trapped in this illusion that this situation, this connection is everything that you could have ever hoped for, that they're your ideal person. You're being directed to let go, to free yourself in order to find what you're looking for. So this card right here, it does say feelings aren't facts. Not everything is what it seems. Question your reality. Detaching is healthy. Meditation is needed to clear your mind. Okay? And lastly, we've got restoration. What was meant to go had to leave. What is meant to stay will always find a way to restore. If it really is meant for you with this person, Taurus, and you know who it is that you're thinking about, then yeah, you can have that reconciliation. But you got to be mindful of what that reconciliation brings. If there are unhealthy energies wrapped up in that, then this person might ultimately just bring you down with them, which is why you're being directed to set yourself free. That's a part of the advice, okay? So let's go ahead and grab some additional tarot messages. I'll be pulling from my Tarot Teacher, the revised edition. Angels and Spirit Guides, please, for Taurus. Yeah, it's time to free yourself, setting free. 2 different card decks with very similar messages. We do have the Lover's card here. Some of you could be dealing with a Gemini. So yeah, no doubt, there's somebody that you clearly feel love for. Could have been very romantic at one point. The sexual chemistry, the attraction, it's there. Okay, maybe if you are in separation from this person, you want nothing more but to come back into union, to have a reconciliation. But the Lover's card is also about decisions and choices. And what has come through in your reading here, Taurus, is that it's time to make better choices. It's time to break free from perhaps a toxic situation. What else? What else for Taurus, please? And sometimes that Lover's card can represent love triangles and third parties. And a third party does not have to be a person. It could be other things. We do have the King of Wands, okay? So sometimes, as warm and protective the King of Wands can be, you know, they're definitely a natural leader. They sometimes put love on hold, you know? So if you're dealing with somebody like that, where it could be very romantic, you love this person, Divine Feminine, but if what they're really looking for is not what you're looking for, if you guys are on different pages, then perhaps it's time for you to detach and free yourself. You know, absolutely, maybe you see this Two of Cups with this person. Maybe you do see them as somebody that you're very compatible with. Maybe you see them as marriage material. You see them as the one. But look at the next card. Here we are again with the Death card. So this is a cycle that clearly is coming to an end because it's coming through as an illusion. That's why you're being directed to kind of wake up and free yourself from this illusion. It's not reality with this person. You're being directed onto a different path so you can have a new beginning in love and romance here. You're meant to go through some sort of transition. What else for Taurus? All right, so we have the Three of Wands coming up in the reverse. So it does say lack of forward planning, you know, and holding on to the past, unhappy with choices, obstacles, delays, frustration. If you're able to relate to that, that's what you're also being directed to let go of. Free yourself from it. You can restore your energy. You can start over. You can have a new clear slate here, Taurus, to be able to welcome in a new beginning. Even though we have endings here, there are also new beginnings. And as the card says, what was meant to go had to leave. What is meant to stay will always find a way to restore. It depends on how it's going to unfold in your life. If it really is meant to be restored and come back together, it will. If it isn't, you're going to see that as well, you know. So you got to be mindful of what is happening in the 3D world with your partnerships and life overall. You want to make sure you're seeing it through clarity and an awakening, and to be able to actually see the situation for what it is rather than through rose-colored glasses and you're just seeing it as an illusion. Okay? And yes, absolutely, bottom of the deck, we've got the Nine of Cups, where you're focused on manifesting particular dreams and wishes and goals. But if this person isn't on the same page as you, then that's simply coming through as an obstacle. So you'll know anyway. You got to trust your instincts on this one and free yourself from people, negative energy, experiences, past baggage that's just hindering progress in your life. It's time to move forward from that. It's time to face the reality of your situation and ultimately face the truth. If it's time to let go, if it's time to really free yourself from somebody that could ultimately be toxic to you, it's time to do that. All right, guys, so I will leave that there. Hopefully this is coming through for whoever needed to hear this. And if you're interested in your own personal private reading, guys, that info is down below in the description box, as well as the action buttons at the end of this video. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.